Welcome to So Many Whatnots. I'm Willow and I'm a quilter from South Central Pennsylvania. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if this is not your first time here, thank you for coming back. Today's Monday, January 19th, and this is episode 12. Wow, it's been like 3 months then if this is 12. How cool. I'm still having so much fun doing these videos every week. And yeah, it's just so much fun. So thank you guys for coming and being here and watching my videos. Let's see here. So I don't have a lot of personal updates this week. So the farm show happens this year, or like every year at this time. And so both my kids actually were able to get there. My youngest went with his cousin and grandparents, and then my oldest went with a friend. And yes, he got a milkshake. And so they both had a really good time at the farm show. And then it snowed this weekend. Saturday and Sunday. It snowed both days. So that was kind of cool because it hasn't snowed as much. Like, I feel like, so I left Pennsylvania when I was 22 or 23. I'm trying to remember. I think 22. I don't remember. And I went to Nebraska for 16 years and then I came back. And I feel like in those 16 years, it snows so much less. It kind of feels warmer too, but I think that's just because I got really used to negative degree weather in Nebraska. The winters were very cold and very dry. So it feels so warm in the winters here to me now. But yeah, so we got snow, so that's awesome. But now I'm ready for spring because I'm ready to plant my garden, and my herb garden. And I'm getting excited for spring. But it's only mid-January, so I have a ways to go. So I'll just keep sewing inside my cozy little house until spring comes and I can get out in the garden. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for updates. Oh, let's see here. So let's start with progress on quilts and like what I've been working on this week, and then we'll go into some farmer's wife updates after that. So first off, my bear paw. I did not sew hardly anything on it this week. I have my basket with my headphones and, oh, there goes all the stuff. Let's see here. Now I just dropped everything. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So I'm in the middle of working on this one because there's pins in some and then some are sewn. Maybe I did sew some this week. I think I did actually because all these are finished. And by finished, I mean this step in the bear paw quilt. This step is, you know, those are finished. So I have 5.5 left to sew. Maybe I'll just finish those this week. We'll see. That's not many to finish. So I have those, and that's pretty much all I did. And so let me show you. Oh no, where's the bin? I organized. So now I have to find my stuff. Okay. So I wasn't going to pull this out, and so I didn't set it as one of the top bins. But I got all these bins cleaned and organized, and yeah. Okay, so the part of the paw that those are just these right here, these two and these two. So they're just the half square triangle. So the next step will be to sew this corner piece onto one of these. So it'd be nice if one of my boards was free. So, oh, it's fine. I'll just use this to hold it up. Okay. That works better. Okay. So I sewed these and I sewed these. So the next step will be to sew the corners on. I'm not sure. I think they go this way. Irrelevant. And then to sew this one, this square onto these two. And then sew those together. So I have these little, the 4 little blocks within the block done. So, a couple weeks maybe on that to finish those. Maybe more. We'll see. I'm doing this one all by hand. So it's not a quick project by any means. I don't remember when I started this. I think I had started it already by the time I started my YouTube. So probably like 3 months. I think I'm probably have been working on this. So yeah, I think last week these had not, a lot of these hadn't been trimmed down because I make my half square triangles bigger and then I trim them down. And it's way more work, but it's totally worth it because I don't know, you just end up with crooked triangles half the time. So yeah. So let's see. So that's bear paw. Not much progress on bear paw. Let's see. And then lattice. I didn't bring lattice up here and I really hardly did anything on it. I did maybe one little square of quilting on it. Maybe 2. I'm trying to think. It was earlier in the week when I did that, and I'm just not feeling like hand quilting right now. And that's odd for me. Like I always want to be quilting something in the evenings, but I think I just burnt out on it because I did those 2 quilts for Christmas presents. And so I quilted so much in November and December. I mean, I was putting 8-hour days in at one point to finish these quilts. And I think I just burnt out on hand quilting. So I just need a little more time, I think. I mean, I went crazy with those 2 quilts. It was intense and it was a lot of quilting, and yeah, I think I just need a break from hand quilting, which is good because I have a lot of other stuff going on. I have 0 deadlines. Okay, well, I don't want to say I have 0 deadlines because I am doing the farmer's wife quilt, right? Still, the camera's backwards right there. So, and because I'm like recording those blocks on video and posting them, I mean, like I have a plan, but I have deadlines, but I don't, because I put the expectation up front that I would like to get 2 or 3 done a week, but if I only get 1 done, then I only get 1 done. So yes, deadline, not deadline. I did get 3 done this week. I'm going to say that. So, I'm just, lattice is kind of a cat bed right now. It's on the ottoman in the living room and I can pick it up whenever I want. It's there. But Moo has taken over, and actually Freya's laying on it right now. So it's a cat bed right now. My cats just love quilts. They can lay anywhere they want, and they choose the quilt. Cats and quilts, right? Okay. So the other thing I worked on this week, I get in moods, okay? And depending on my mood, that kind of depends like what sewing thing I'm doing. Sometimes I'll get really into piecing on the machine and I'll do a whole quilt in a week. Other times I'm really into hand sewing, other times embroidery. And so this weekend, I was really feeling like I wanted to do some embroidery. So I got out my garden friends. I love this one. I love this. And I finished. I had shown you guys this. Oh my gosh, I used to be so good at English. Now I can't find the right word. You guys saw this in another video. And I had been working on this one. And I just have these folded up. So, it's so cute. I had been working on this one and I finished it. And then I did 3 more because it was snowy outside. So I did this one next. I did this one last night. And I did this one. And this one's my absolute favorite. I just absolutely, I love this one so much. It's so cute. Yay. So, honestly, today, I will probably, I'm not going to put that back up. I'm going to fold it up. When I'm done recording, editing, I will probably sit here and literally just start a new one while I wait for the video to upload. So, yeah, these have been so much fun and they're so cute. So what this is, so you can buy the kit, like the embroidery kit, which is like this tin, and they have different ones on Missouri Star. So like they have Ingrid's Wildflowers, and then they have just different, these are peel and stick. Okay, you stick them on and then they wash away in water. But I don't do that. I trace them so I can reuse them. Yeah, so they have so many on Missouri Star. If you like the peel and stick, you can get, you know, just a bunch of different ones. But this one came, well, it came separate. So I had to buy the tin, which is this, which had these and thread. And then I bought the quilt kit. Okay, so let me show that real close. And I showed this to you guys before. There's different ways to put it together. And then there's even different colors. But I'm doing this one. And so right now I'm just working on embroidering all the squares. And so I just have some stuff in here. And then I have a bin with all the other stuff in it. So like I take that, here's the bin. So I take this downstairs and this has some of the color I'm working with. It has my hoop, tape to tape them to the back of the hoop. the instruction cards that tell you how to embroider them. That's pretty much it. And then I have my little embroidery case. This is from Fat Quarter Shop. And this just has, try not to have everything fall out. My needle minder is in this mess of threads. And that came with the kit. And the scissors came with the kit. And then I have the thread. And so that goes downstairs with me. So I have my tin. There's the front. It's such a cute little tin too, isn't it? Let's put that there. Okay, so in the bin, I think I was showing you the bin. Let me move some stuff here. So much stuff right now. Okay, so in the bin, I have, oh wait, I have another one. Maybe this is the one when did I do this one? This might have been the first one I did. That's probably the first one I did. I'd have to look back at the video. Okay, so I have five done. Okay. Jeez. Now I haven't counted to see how many are in the quilts. But it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So like 8 by 11. So yeah, and I have 5 done. Now some of them just have like little tiny like ditzy type things on them. These you can't really see on the screen, can you? But they have little bugs on them, but they're really tiny. So I have 5 of the main ones done. I think I have one more butterfly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's 6 butterflies. So I'll finish that other butterfly today. And then, so like I'm working on all the light colors. So all these and then these. And then I'll move to like the next color. And then I'll probably do all the tiny little ditsies. I don't know what they're called. I'm calling them ditsies. I don't know if that's the right word. It's the word I'm using. Let's go with it. So yeah. That's just like how like my brain is working. Like I'm not doing just like them in order or anything. Here's the fabric, here's the color fabric, here's the stack, and this is what gets done on this color. So like this week also those go on yellow fabric. These go on the medium color fabric. Medium color. Medium's not a color. There's light, medium, and yellow. Okay. So, yeah. And then I have all the light colored ones in my tin with fabric. Okay, so also in here, then I have the ones I finished and thread. And I actually do need to do more of this thread. I'm going to leave that out. I have the fabric pack, which you buy separately. And then I have the template that comes with it. And that's in the bottom. So when I'm finished, let's see if I can, when I'm finished, I will iron them and then cut them out into these big hexagons, and then I'll sew them together. That was a big glare in my computer. You can see my computer screen. Hey, look. Okay. Sorry. I'm having a goofy morning. My kids have off today. It's snow. There's snow outside. Yeah, so. Oh, I'm glad I found that one. Yay. So, okay, so 5, I have 5 done. So why I'm doing this, like I'm keeping all this in the bin. So this came in the tin, okay? And it had all of these and the little instruction booklet and a little packet with needles and the scissors and a needle minder and a threader. I think that's it. 2 needles. Yeah. But I'm keeping it in this bin because I just wanted to take downstairs like what I needed for like a week or 2. If that makes sense. So you know, I have my basket I take down to work on my bear paw, and then I have the tin. So it's been really fun to work on these. It's just something different, and like I did a lot of hand sewing this week on the farmer's wife, and so my hands just needed like a different, I don't want to say they needed a break, but they needed a different movement. And so the embroidering was just something different. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Anyways, I need to put this blue in there. Okay. Okay, so that is what I have worked on this week. And my bins. I did organize. I organized. Okay, so I do want to go through one more thing. I am really, it's Monday. I just knocked my desk. I have one more bin I want to talk about. And I'm having so much fun making The Farmer's Wife. I also have the 1920s book, and I started collecting fabric. And I can't remember if I showed this to you guys last week or not. But I got some Meyer House charm squares. Oh, Meyer House by Jill Shawless for Robert Kaufman. And I really like these. I'm just going to open this up. I can't remember if I showed these to you or not. But I really like on the book, like the vibe, which I believe is more like, it says letters from 1920s, and those kind of look like Civil War era fabrics. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I like the vibe. So I am starting to collect the vibe. And so these were on sale. And so I ordered some of these. Now I'm not the biggest fan of this first one. But then I wonder if the little ones are hard. I should have opened the big one. I got a charm pack. Okay, and then I also have the 10-inch squares. And I find the 10-inch squares actually have been coming in very handy in the sew along I'm doing. And so I'm not sure. We're gonna see how The Farmer's Wife goes. I'll probably just do another sew along for this one. But then I also want to do Dear Jane. And I'm starting to collect fabric for Dear Jane. These colors are just so nice. And they just have the right vibe. Let's see. So yeah, these are nice. They'll go nice. Somebody's downstairs meowing. Probably went outside. Anyways, so, lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Okay, I'm collecting fabric for this. I'm also collecting fabric for Dear Jane. That's what it was. I have decided that I want to do Dear Jane in all Kim Deal fabrics. I love Kim Deal. And she's not like, I wouldn't say she is a Civil War reproduction fabric person, but she has that vibe with like a little more something. I don't know, like, I don't know. I love Kim Deal fabrics. So I ordered something. They're not here yet. They'll be here, I think, like Saturday or Monday. Did I get 10-inch squares maybe? I probably got 10-inch squares because the Dear Jane blocks are even smaller than the Farmer's Wife. I want to say they're like maybe 4-inch finished. I'm not sure. Anyways, so when I'm done this sew along, I'll probably do another one because I'm having so much fun making these videos. I may have made more than just next week's videos. I'm a little ahead of schedule, but that's okay because there's going to be some weeks where I may not be able to like do any at all. Especially like when planting week comes. I love planting week. I'll be outside constantly. And I have a lot of stuff to do this spring. I have to finish getting a fence up. I need to decide if I'm going to get more chickens. Me and my youngest son talked about it because my oldest will probably be away at college next year. And so I can't do everything by myself. And so I did talk with him and he's totally cool with, you know, helping out with the feeding, collecting eggs, stuff like that. I pretty much do coop cleaning because I wear a mask when I clean the coop out because there's so much dust and it's chicken poo dust. So I do that myself usually. So yeah, and because they all got eaten by something, I really need to consider if I have the energy to redo the run because I'll need to dig down and really secure the run like into the ground because whatever it was dug underneath the fencing and ate them all. Well, ate some of them, took some of them, left some of them. It was not a pretty sight. It was not pretty. It was very sad. I had some layers that I had had since we moved here. No, right after, since we moved to this house, I think. And then I had a bunch of newer ones. We lost 15. I think I had 15 chickens and we lost them. And I was keeping my parents in eggs, us in eggs. My dad's friend always bought some eggs and my brother would come get some eggs sometimes. So, you know, we were keeping some people in eggs. We didn't have 15 chickens just for us. But they hadn't started laying yet. They were pretty new. And so I felt so bad. Oh, goodness. And I had really bonded with this one that I called Morrigan. And so, yeah, it was just a bummer. And, yeah, I don't really like to talk about it too much. So I went off on a rant. I totally went off. Bunny trail. Okay, so I'm a little bit ahead and let me just have some coffee and gather my brain. Okay. So this is just me like thinking kind of on the spot even about like what my tentative plans are that will end up changing because my plans always change. So, anyways, I am trying not to make plans until I am piecing the farmer's wife together. Or at least at the very end of it, I can say, okay, this was fun. Let's do another one. Which one do I want to do? Or should I let the people vote? You know? So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts right now, is just keep collecting the fabric that I want to use. And so that when, you know, when it comes time to start it, I have the fabric. And I don't have anything left from, you can kind of see the corner of it with the camera right there. It's so weird to like point, like I'm looking at my computer and trying to point. And so my blanket is right there, okay? But I am pointing a totally different direction to point at the, oh my goodness, there. Okay, so I'm pointing at the downstairs, not the wall. I don't know if you can see a little bit of this one. That's the back. I'm not going to get it down. It's covering my window right now. I showed this in like, it was on the wall in my first two videos. But I'm pretty sure like some of those are Kim Deal fabrics. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. It's got the vibe that I'm looking for though for Dear Jane and Farmer's Wife 1920s. So anyways, we're just going to get through the 1930s, which has been so much fun. And then I'll probably move on to one of the other ones. Okay. Speaking of Farmer's Wife, I'm looking at my notes here. Okay, so I talked about everything that I want to talk about this week except the Farmer's Wife. Because this is like a big project, guys. And this is like going for a long time. There are, 99 blocks in this version. And like I said, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, but it's still going to take months and months because we're hand sewing it. So let's get it out and see. Okay. So I just put them up here. Now, the ones that, I'm going to move this one down, kind of separate them. Okay. So the prep video is up. And then we have the two videos from last week. Let's see, where am I? I'm struggling with like getting stuff in view. Okay. We're just going to take them off the board. Okay. So the videos that are up right now are number 16, Bonnie. And number 20, Caroline. Okay, those are up right now, along with the prep video. So that's week 2. Okay, and then I changed the thumbnails. So I'm actually gonna go back and change the thumbnails for those two eventually. I have them made. I don't know. I posted like the original ones on like Instagram and stuff. So I'm just kind of waiting a little bit for it to settle, and then I'm going to go change those. So the thumbnails for this week are going to look a little different, but we have, I need to actually look. Let me look at the calendar. Let's see which ones came first. Okay, so Wednesday, let me just get these in order. Okay. All right. Wednesday this week, the 21st, is Addie. This one was fun to make. They're all fun to make. Okay, and then Thursday, the 22nd, this one, Becky. Number 12, Becky. And then, what did I say? Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday, the 23rd, we have number 40, Grandmother. I love this one so much. This one is so much fun. So, I have a mess. Oh my goodness. My desk always looks so messy after videos, and I have to put like everything away. I think I put a picture on my Instagram. I think it's in like my highlights or something of my desk after one of the videos where I had a lot of acquisitions. It was just like, it was a mess. Anyway, so yeah. So the top two are already up, and the bottom three, move over. The bottom three are coming this week. So they're already uploaded and scheduled and everything. I made those last week. Oh, and is it these? Okay, so I have these first few videos, I have a lot of shadow. Okay, a lot of shadow. I started a lot of these in the morning, and there's so much shadow. So I ordered a ring light. I got the ring light, and I can't remember which one starts with the ring light. Okay, this is what I did. Okay, guys. I made next week's, and I made the next week's also. So I kind of have a little sneak peek. I'm not telling you really which ones. I guess you could pause, and I made the following week blocks too, because I'm having so much fun making these. So a little treat. I'll have 3 for this week and 3 for next week. Oops. Got a little ahead of myself. So the ring light made everything so much better, but I can't remember when it started. So like the first few videos have some shadows and lighting issues, but once I got the ring light, it got so much better. The only thing is like right in the beginning, you can see the ring on the book. If you've watched the videos, I start with the book out because I show the picture of the block. And so I have the book out, the template, baggie, and my fabrics. And so like on the book, you can see the ring, but it's okay because it really helps make the videos better. Okay, so I wasn't going to tell you guys that I went ahead and did next week's, but I did. So this week I'll be doing however many I get done. Yeah, and things will definitely like, I think when lacrosse and soccer start for my boys, like I'll have a little less time also. Well, less evening sewing, like it won't affect the farmer's wife, but it'll have an effect on like my other stuff because it will probably take like maybe some embroidery or some hexagons. Like I'll take some kind of sewing with me, but I won't get much done because I watch the games. So it's not like knitting or crocheting where you can watch the game and not even look at what you're doing. I have to look at what I'm doing when I'm sewing and embroidering. So, yeah, I mean, for like pregame, halftime, yeah, I'll probably take some with me. I which is also why these will come. I love, like, yes, fits right in my purse or my bag. I have a sling bag, and then I have like a crossbody bag, and yeah, it fits perfect. Fits perfect. Okay. A lot of times I'll also take like a book to read, or like my Kindle Paperwhite. But I prefer books, so yeah. So I'll either be sewing or reading. Okay, so there's one more thing I want to talk to you guys about. Let's see where... It's a little bit of a shorter video today. Okay. I need more opinions. Okay, I'm getting comments on the videos that, like, of the farmer's wife, of people who are doing it with me, and they're like, I had so much fun making this block, and I'm over here like, me too, can I see yours? And I can't because YouTube, you know, you can't post photos in the comments, and I don't think you can on Instagram either. So I am going back and forth right now about doing either a hashtag on Instagram or a Facebook group for, I mean, just like in general, like the group would probably be like so many whatnots. It wouldn't be specific to the sew along, but, you know, and it would be a really small group because we're a small channel right now. But I really want to see everybody's blocks. Like, I want to see your projects because, like, I'm showing you all mine, and, like, I want to see what you guys are doing. I want to see, like, are you using 1930s prints? Are you using, like, what's your color scheme? What's your fabric look like? Like, I want to see everybody's. And I can't right now, and it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, hey, look at my block. And then people are commenting, and it's like, I really want to see what they made. I really want to see what they made. And I can't see. And, you know, that's part of the whole, like, reason I started this channel was to find quilting friends. So, like, I kind of want to see your blocks too because you're my friends. So, yeah. Leave a comment and let me know, like, should we do a hashtag on Instagram, or should we do like a group where we can legit, like, have conversations and, you know, share our projects? Because I think that would be cool. I hardly ever get on Facebook. I actually hardly ever get on Instagram. I get on Instagram to, like, share, like, the thumbnail of the video when it goes live. And every now and then, if I remember, I'll put a picture up of, like, what I'm working on. So, like, last night I posted some of the embroidery that I was doing. But a lot of times I just forget to post. Like, I should probably post, like, individual, you know, ones of these, or like the process, but I don't do social media. Like, I have it. I used to use it a lot. But honestly, my mental health is so much better when I don't get on it. But I also really want to see everybody's projects. And, like, when all the quilts are finished, like, I want to see everybody's quilts because it's just going to be so cool. So I'm kind of leaning towards, like, a Facebook group, but I know a lot of, like, my kids don't have Facebook. Matter of fact, they have Instagram and they don't use it. They don't post on it. Like, they might send me a reel every now and then. I'm not even sure my youngest knows how to get on his Instagram. I think he has it. I'm pretty sure. But, like, I don't know what they use, to be honest. I don't know what the younger generation's using. I am 43, so I use Facebook and Instagram because that's my generation. We're like Facebook. Matter of fact, my kids refer to anybody older than them as boomers. I'm like, okay, I'm not a boomer. All right, my parents are boomers. But apparently, if you're old, and they consider me old, we're all boomers. So Facebook is like for boomers, like actual boomers, and then like what the younger generation considers to be boomers, which is everybody older than them. So they're a different group. Let's see. One is, what are my kids? Gen Z and Gen Alpha. I think my youngest is Alpha. He's 12. Might be on that border like I am. Like I'm a Zennial because I'm not Gen Z, but I'm not millennial. I'm right in that little, I think I'm considered a millennial, but I'm a really old one. I'm not that old, guys. Okay. All right. So let me know what you think about the Instagram or Facebook. But I'm leaning towards Facebook because I don't know. I guess people can get to know other people. Like we can hang out and chat about our quilty things. I mean, I'm in other quilting groups. I love them. I every now and then get on and just browse them. I don't post. But yeah, and then it's kind of just like another thing to manage. So if I did do a Facebook group, I mean, I might get on once a day, but it might be like once or twice a week. So I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to post in here all the time. No, that would not be the vibe. It would be like everybody sharing their stuff. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments and we'll just go from there and see. I also thought about starting a blog because I really like writing too. But then I also thought, gosh, that's so much more work. And the whole idea was to like post about the sew along, kind of like, tips for starting it, tips for this week's blocks. Yeah, I don't know. So that's something that may or may not happen. I don't want to get too overwhelmed and then like throw it all away. You know what I mean? And so I think like I've kind of put like the blog idea off for now. But I'm really thinking maybe we should do like a Facebook group or something just so like we can all share our projects because there's nowhere to share them right now. Like I'm the only one that can share my projects right now and that's not fair. And I'd really like to see the projects of the people who are doing the blocks with me. So yeah, let me know what you think. But I am kind of leaning towards like the whole Facebook thing. It's just, and not everybody's going to have Instagram or Facebook. I understand that. And I really don't want to do both at the moment. Because again, I don't want to overwhelm myself. So anyways, I'm going to quit rambling about that. I'm just kind of trying to think through it. And I don't know. Let me know what you think and we'll just go from there. So I am going to sign off. I'm going to edit, upload, and work on some embroidery because Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are my farmer's wife sewing days. And so today I'm free to do whatever I want. And then the next few days I'll do some more videos. So, okay, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about a Facebook group or an Instagram hashtag. And I'll see you next week. All right, bye.